in. Let's go. Yeah. We are live. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Hang tight, guys. Let me pull up the live stream chat. We got an early stream today. We're going to be working on Twisted Tower. As usual. Never ends. It's the forever project. Pretty much every project is the forever project. That's my experience. So come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mike Jemmy, it's always good to see you. Thanks for coming in today. Early stream. In a new location. Me and my wife are building a house, so we're temporarily displaced in a new house as we build. So this is the new office. And I've got some new stuff coming in to make it look a little bit more professional, but overall it looks okay, right? It's fine. Luminoid, morning, how are you? Yes, at some point it's going to end, right? Hey, I wanted to say a huge thank you. Let me pull my chat over. There you are. The chat is now on my monitor right there. I could see you. Hey, I wanted to say a huge thank you to Michael P, JPS, Ross T, Mark R, Calaleo, Calaloo, I'm trying, Calaloo L, and Michael P. Thank you so much for joining Full-Time Game Dev. It means the world to me that you would trust me with your game dev future. And look, by the way, guys, if you want to get a shout out in tomorrow's stream, and if you want to get 25% off Full-Time Game Dev, you got 5 days left. Now, here's the thing. When you click the link below, it creates a personalized timed coupon just for you, because I don't want a million of these floating around in perpetuity. So it's a 5-day coupon. So if you're interested, click the link below to get 25% off. Look, if you want to make indie games and you want to learn how to get published, well, this is the course for you. Look, you're going to learn Godot, Unreal, Unity, 2D, 3D. Take your pick. Any engine, whether it's 2D or 3D, it's up to you. And also, you're going to learn how to pitch it to publishers, or how to pitch it on Kickstarter and get funding on Kickstarter, or how to get press coverage, how to launch your game. I call it the Steam Cannonball. I teach you how to hit the Steam front page, which I've done. By the way, I've done all of this stuff. I'm currently published by 3D Realms, so I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. So basically, look, if you're trying to make an indie game studio from your bedroom, and it doesn't matter where you are, right? I moved 2 days ago to a new rental here, and I've set up my game studio. I'm live streaming, making games. You can do it anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. You can start a game studio. I'm going to show you how to do it. Click the link below. Check it out. Joined 4,500 students worldwide. Chris Stair went full-time. Bart Mamser went full-time. Everflux Games went full-time. Soltar went full-time. Antonio DB went full-time. Thomas Stewart went full-time. So click the link below to check it out. And look, if that's not for you, you can also opt into the free webinar below that teaches you how to make money with a demo. Guys, I can't promise anything with any of this stuff I'm telling you about. I can just tell you what I've done in the past. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our task list. If you guys remember, and those of you who don't remember, that's okay. We've got this beautiful task list here. I've set the deadline to May 16th, and this is basically just, I created a little list here called bonus goodies if we have time. Hang on one sec here. Gotta change something. One sec, guys. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Here we go. I think that should fix it. The banner's wrong at the bottom, but it doesn't matter. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? This is from Rolby. You're doing great things to global game developers. I am the best. I am developing games and demo. I am developing my game, and demo will be available on May 15th. That's awesome. Mr. Melancholy, how are you doing? Come on in, guys. What are we doing? Oh, I was fixing the banner at the bottom because the banner was wrong. Okay, well, what do we want to do? I got to figure out what I want to do here. Chapter 5 is fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Screaming enemy. Double barrel cannon, secondary fire. Final posters and paintings. Poop splatter decals after shooting the shark gun. Man, I don't want to do any of this. Add teleporting puzzles, chapter 3, 4, and 5. No. Secondary fire for Marble Matey. Man, you know what's funny is I just don't want to do any of this. Cannon, secondary fire, and overlay. Got to do that. Double barrel fireworks, blaster, secondary fire, and overlay. Screaming enemy. Secondary fire from Marble Matey. We could probably do this one. Let's do these two today. Why is my mouse laggy? It feels laggy. Make final black hole you enter make look better and have it appear after landing. I can't really do this one. This one needs to be private. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try and create this screaming enemy. This is gotta, yeah, Luminoid says you gotta push through. I agree. We've been moving for the last 5 days, and it's so funny when you move, everything feels displaced. And I feel like I don't even make games anymore. It's weird. It's like I'm in a different studio, and so I gotta get in a groove here. So hey, look, let's go ahead and get in a groove here. Let's go ahead and work on that screaming enemy. Why are you not working? That banner at the bottom is not working. Hang on. Let me double check something here. I don't get it. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's the problem. Let me fix that. Get in the groove, Thomas. Get in the groove. You've got this. I have game dev constipation. I'm not sure what that means, but you're probably right. Hey, I'm just wondering, why aren't you using Unreal? I don't like Unreal. That's about the only reason I could think of. I just don't like it. All right, let's go ahead and get this screaming enemy created. The screaming enemy, let's go ahead and just go to, I say, what floor can we go to? Let's go to floor 6. No, let's go to floor -2. Just so you guys can see a little bit of it. I don't mind showing you. Celtic says, I'm currently trying to get some last minute things finished for my demo release on Thursday. The way I'm feeling about it right now, might have to let slip by a few days. You know, this is something I think I've learned in the last, 3 weeks. There is something to be said about rhythm as a game developer. When you take time off too frequently and you delay and you delay and you delay, suddenly this identity of being a game developer, whether it's a hobbyist or whether you're actually full-time or funded, suddenly it starts to slip away and it becomes almost a fairy tale. And it's something you stop believing in, and then you just stop doing it. And then eventually you just quit. The same is true with anything, right? Working out, going to the gym, being consistent, being rhythmic with things. So when you're constantly changing up your rhythms, whether it's how you eat, going to the gym, how you sleep, reading or prayer or meditation or making games. When there's no rhythm, it suddenly, I can't describe it. The best way I can describe it is you feel like it's not real and you feel like it's not part of your identity. And so I found that to be true in the last 2 weeks of just being displaced and moving to a new studio and not hitting the gym as much as I used to because we just been 2 weeks of moving and preparing to move and stuff. So, you got to get in a rhythm. A rhythm is so important. The only rhythm I've been really good at is zenning. So I'm trying to get back on a rhythm of, now that I've gotten in the new studio. And another thing, guys, when it comes to your rhythm, having the things you do that are part of your cadence of life, having them feel professional and feel important aesthetically helps you so much. So not only is it important to have a rhythm, it's also important to have a professional aesthetic surrounding that rhythm. So for example, hey Jason, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much. Miss you, dude. Here's an example. Your studio. Right now, Jason, you're probably curious. Right now, my studio is pretty much this sort of blank wall with the TV hanging. But I've got over there, I've got a new credenza that I'm going to put over here, and I'm going to make it look kind of mid-century mixed. I'm going to call it mid-century cyberpunk with sort of neon, but like mid-century. It's worth the investment. It'll be expensive, but it'll be worth the investment. Why? Because when you're in a rhythm of, let's say, making games, if your environment feels aesthetic, and more than that, it feels professional and nice, suddenly you're thinking, oh, I can do this. This is who I am. So you have to surround yourself. You have to dress the part, you have to look the part, and you have to play the part, and you have to surround yourself so that you feel like it's part of who you are. The same is true with going to the gym, right? Dressing the part and feeling the part helps you psychologically. Surrounding yourself with people who look the part and dress the part, it can help you. I'm not saying it's necessary, and I'm not saying it's valid even, but it's important, especially as you're trying to establish a rhythm. You want to almost LARP and play the part. So it helps to create a rhythm, yes, but it also helps to create an aesthetic around that rhythm. Okay, let's go ahead. That's why it's so important to me to have a nice office and to have the mood and the lighting right and everything. So right now I feel very displaced. I feel very, very displaced and homesick. But that's why I'm trying to get into the rhythm. I started live streaming immediately today because I'm like, I just gotta get going. Otherwise I'll sort of delay and push and not make the game. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into what I was doing here. Okay, so in floor negative 2, at the very beginning, why is it taking forever to load? It's super slow today. Let's turn off our gizmos. Why is it so slow? Super laggy today. Okay, here we go. Come on, dude. Come on. It's super laggy. Hang tight. I gotta figure out what's going on here. Why are you so laggy? I'm actually procrastinating on my own game because of you, Thomas. Why is it so laggy? Hang on, guys. One sec. I'm trying to get this loading and it's not loading. We got ourselves a problem. One sec. Okay. I'm using a new plugin, and I have to update the plugin really quick. I'll tell you guys about it. I can't tell you about the plugin right now because it's a cool new tool that I'm trying out with this company. But I can't tell you about it right now. I'm sort of updating it to see if it's causing the problem potentially. Give me just a sec here. But I can answer questions, or what does Jeb think of the new place? He freaking hates it. Jeb is a nightmare when we move. I've moved with Jeb 3 times. And he just becomes a psychopath. And he continually licks his paws, which he's doing right now. So yeah. Hey, Amir. No, it's not. I don't need to restart the project. I need to update. What's this? You said something here. Become who? I can't read the rest of that for some reason. I don't know where that message is. Hey, John. How you doing? Okay, so I've updated. Let's see here. Okay, it's not slow anymore. So that helped. Good, okay. I don't know why that helped, but that helped. All right, so we're all good. All right, so first things first, fellas, ladies and gents, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and throw in the enemy that we want to work on. This enemy is called Walker Deadlier. And we're going to probably rename him Walker Screamer. Let me check this text message really quick here. All right, let's hit play. We got to clear our save data. So we're creating a screaming enemy. Now the thing is about game dev is that oftentimes the best thing you can do is reuse stuff you've already created, right? So there's an enemy type that I have that basically does exactly what this enemy does, charges up, and then does a big screen. Jason says, Traveler has licked his paws forever. I guess my dog hates my place. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Let's see here. My mouse is laggy, and I don't know why. Okay, let's go up here. So this is the enemy currently. Right? That's all he does, which is like, it's like every other enemy. So we really need something. We really need something that feels more unique. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna find the closest enemy we can to his behavior. What I want him to do is I want him to charge up and then scream like that. Kind of like that enemy in Half-Life. Remember that little, it's like a slug rodent thing, and it charges up and then it blasts out like cyber blasts. No, it's the same. I mean, I could probably just unplug the receiver. Yeah, the enemy looks cool, but it doesn't really do anything, right? It's just the same old, same old. So there is this, look at this. It's, why? It just feels slightly laggy. You can just, and the refresh rate of this monitor is fine. Over here, this monitor feels really good. Wait a second. It's the cable. I'm gonna swap out. Is it the cable though? I wasn't having this problem. This monitor, I like this monitor better than this one. Okay. Well, we're just going to suffer through it, and we'll worry about it. I got some more Office updates to do today after this live stream, so we'll worry about it. I can't work under these conditions, though. This is rough. But anyway, this is Walker Deadlier. The closest enemy type to the Scream is Walker Chain Gun. Or Walker Automatic. How about Walker Machine Gun? So this one right here, the clown. Okay? So first things first, this is why it's so important to have enemies that are all sourced or rooted in a kind of parent prefab. They're all variants of a parent prefab. Is that I can quickly just change the graphics here and make him the seahorse. So we're going to do that. So now we've got a seahorse with a chain gun, right? Now his skeleton is odd, isn't it? I guess he's okay. We'll double check. We also want to make him smaller. So this enemy currently he's going to charge up the chain gun and then shoot it. Okay? Inferno says, by the way, you're my goat. You spelled your wrong. If you can take a look at the chain gun here, it sort of has... I'm just kidding, by the way, Inferno. I'm just messing with you. Thank you so much. The reason we're using this chain gun enemy is it's the same thing. He charges up and then... So we're going to do the same kind of logic here. I don't want to have to go into into the inspector for this enemy class and change all the stuff to get it perfect. Might as well just use the chain gun enemy and fix that. Just kidding, Inferno. I'm just joking. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, what's funny though is I didn't realize how much I relied emotionally on you guys saying nice things about me. I'm just being honest. Because I haven't live streamed in maybe a week, I think. And I realized I just felt so lonely. So I hope I can keep live streaming because it makes me feel better about myself. Just being honest here. Okay, so this is what we've got. Let's just see if it's correct. I'm just joking, Inferno. That's my way to. That's my love language is sarcasm. Oh, okay. So that didn't work. Let's figure out what's going on here. Let's fix your head, Thomas. Thomas Brush, after the game launch, will you show us how the game performed in Steam? Sure. So if we take a look at this, it needs to sort through. There we go, and we're gonna destroy all these other ones here. This mouse is brutal. So there's a script that destroys all of those other skins on load. So it was destroying the seahorse, but not the clown. There he is. Ah! Ah! So that's kind of what we want. Okay, let's see if we have a scream animation. So what we're gonna do now is all we're gonna do is have him screaming. Okay, that's all we want. He's gonna sort of do this and then and scream. So I think I already have an animation for this. So what we're gonna do, this is so confusing. Or it's not confusing, it takes a long time to wrap your head around. All of our animations and abilities for these, like shooting or attacking or jumping, they're all controlled obviously by an animator controller. And so what we want to do here is we want to create a new controller override. And I'm going to call this Walker Shooter Machine Gun. I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to call it Walker Screamer Animator Controller. I would love it if he played a saxophone. Do we want him to play a saxophone? Do we want him to play a saxophone? Guys, I'm asking a question. Do you want him to play a saxophone? No, Dane. No. Yes. Yes, Luminoid. Yes, Hamad. Yes, Inferno. Yes, yes. Yes, BitLife. We will. Okay. I just gotta create a saxophone. But I can't under these conditions. This mouse, this isn't working for me. What are we gonna do about this? What's wrong? Why is this monitor? Let me look at the refresh rate of the monitor on my right side here. Well, this is kind of laggy too. The refresh rate on my monitor is 144 for that one. What about this one? 120. Wait, what's the star mean? What? It looks like only one of them perhaps can be that. So let's double check here. Let's go to this one and set it to 120 over here. It really is like a refresh rate of 120 versus 144 is a huge, huge difference, in my opinion. Look at this. This changes the display resolution, which might, like, why? That feels much better. Ugh. My theory is it's the cable. This is driving me crazy. Hang tight, guys. Okay, so this one is over here. This is type C. No. Okay, let's see here. Maybe it's just the monitor cable. Let me try to put it in a different slot. Hang tight. I'm going to try and put it in a different one. What do we got? Okay, so that's 60. I can only do 60 for that one. Oh no, hang on. I fixed it. No, stop. So I can change it to 144 now? It was just, it was the HDMI slot it was in. Oh, mama, that feels so much better. Smack the top of the monitor and it will fix it. Okay, you guys ready for the scream? If we go to our Walker Screamer Animator Controller, whoa. Oh, we already have one. And we've got a Seahorse Scream, so let's delete this one, because I remember I did this like 3 months ago, and it didn't work for some reason, and I got really turned around. So we're going to delete that old one here. And go! Hurry up, Unity! could really go for some coffee and zen. Oh, I just got chills. Walker Shooter. We're going to change this one to Walker Screamer. Machine Gun. Animator. Controller. No. There's no Screamer. Then, Idle Shooting Machine Gun. We're going to duplicate this one, and we're going to call this Idle Screaming. Oh! Like this. But we might just do a saxophone. Thomas is real animated today, and I'm here for it. Dane. I don't understand what any of this chat is. There we go. We've got screaming. So you'll notice that the screaming, what we need to do is we need to go to Walker Screamer Animator Controller, and we need to now swap out the machine gun with the screaming. But the idea here is that, well, it should basically be exactly the same, right? That's the theory. Jeb, what's wrong? Do you want to lay over here? All right. Lay down. Bed. Bed, come on. Bed. Is that better? Okay. So, guys, we've swapped out the screaming, and we've also swapped out the controller. Yeah? And the theory is it should work identical. Even though all we've done is duplicated a controller and then swapped out and then duplicated the shooting, just so that we can tweak the animation, but he's still going to do the same thing. Let's swap this out. My mouse still feels a little bit weird. I'm not sure why. Everything has to be perfect for game dev. If it's not, I can't do it. He's over here. Good, it works. Okay. Now, this is interesting. We need to go to the scream, the seahorse scream, and I'm gonna just copy this, just the keyframes, and then I'm gonna paste them in this new scream, idle screaming. I'm gonna paste it in here, because basically what this does is it starts, and then the shooting occurs with these literal animation events. It's not, guys, it is not a good system, but it works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paste in these new keyframes. This is the scream. It should work, right? So that's good enough, right? So we're just gonna move this over, and same thing. You'll see bullets coming out of nowhere, but that's okay. We're just gonna swap these out with basically an activation of a hurt box. Hurt. So we'll do that in just a sec here. That's good advice, Phlox. Good. I've been juggling a lot. Okay. Dane says, can I get a few more examples of the scream, please? All right, so there's some weird functions here. That's the wind-up sound. And then this is all the different shoots that occur. And so what we want to do here, this allow enemy to interrupt shooting is interesting. I'm not sure if we want to delete that. This is such a terrible way to make games, by the way. Here's the thing. I've thought about reusing the Twisted Tower system for a new game, and I'm like, please, God, save me from this engine. It's such a bloated mess. I'd rather just start fresh. I have a new game idea, and I don't want to share it just yet. I think it's going to be pretty cool, though. So what we're going to do is just make a hurt box appear. Seriously. It's just going to be activate. It should work. Please, God. Idle screaming. Right there will be this. No, it's not going to be an event, Thomas. It's going to be literally activating the hurt box. Stop it! Oh! By the way, if you haven't checked out the link below, you can get 25% off full-time game dev today for the next 5 days. The moment you click that link, it'll start a 5-day coupon for you and activate that for you. So click the link below if you're interested in joining full-time game dev. You're going to learn everything I've learned in the last decade of making indie games. Wait, why is that? That is not fair. I see, yes. Hey, activate object 1 would... Okay, I got you. So we have to use an animation event here. So basically we need to use this animation event called activate object 1. And what it's going to do is it's going to activate the hurt box. And then I'm going to deactivate the hurt box. It's super straightforward. Do you see? Do you see, guys, what we're doing here? Whoops. Deactivate object. And as long as we've set the object here, hurt box 1 and hurt box 2. There, yeah, it's just this hurt box here. And then we just make it bigger. And we're going to center it up, right? And do 6 by 6. So you just got to get out of his range. Do you see how we have like manual controls over this, guys? And I really like that because instead of programming all of this and like tweaking float values, you can just see it. I guess we can try it out. Bitcoin is up to $90,000, baby. It always goes up. It always goes up. But the Dow, is the Dow up today? Can somebody figure out for me, is the Dow up today?
It's him.
Ooh, that hurts.
And now for my pointer.
So for some reason it doesn't hurt me.
Clowns, are we?
Okay.
I haven't taken a piss.
Oh, interesting. Guys, we're activating it at a strange spot. So it looks like it's deactivating, perhaps. And here's the thing that's funny. Why is it... Wait, what? Let's find the hurt box activator. For some reason, the hurt box is not activating and deactivating properly. Let's put a mesh render on it so we can see it. Markets look like it's up 1.9%. It was down for some reason too. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just set the hurt box. I want to be able to see it because for some reason we're getting strange behavior here and I hate it. It makes me sad. So let's add a mesh renderer. And then also a mesh filter. And it will be a cube. What? Or a box. I just want the default box. That's enough, I guess. I just want to see it appear. That's all. If we can just see it appear, it'll help us better understand. And by the way, a lot of the issue right now with what we're seeing, it's purely visual, and it's sound. And I think you guys would be surprised by the end of the stream how cool this enemy is. And all we really need to do is make sure it was appearing at the right time, and then we're using the right sounds. There we go. Whoa.
Give me a kiss on the cheek. And now for my final job.
Isn't that weird?
I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Now, fist.
Why is it doing that? What a strange situation. It's activating at a really strange time. Activate object, deactivate object. I guess we're going to have to take a look at the deactivate object script. It's like delayed for some reason. We'll do it right there. See you later, Daniel. Or Danimal.
It's him.
What?
Change my diaper.
Guys, what? What is happening? I'm going to do something crazy here. I'm going to potentially try and move the hurt box inside of the armature. Son of a bee. Let's call this, we're going to remove this and we're going to create a new hurt box. And it's going to be called the scream box. This is a terrible approach. I know, believe me. But I think it needs to be hooked up to the actual animator. Yeah, we're gonna put it right here. So we're gonna call this a scream box, and it's unique to this enemy type. I just want to see that mesh filter. It doesn't have to match. And then I'm gonna go ahead and create a new sphere collider. And the sphere collider I feel like is a lot more fair, because you can get an estimation of it's easier to visualize in your head when you're getting attacked that it's probably a sphere. And we'll show shockwaves coming out as well. How's my day going, Napoleon? I feel really, really good. I was nervous to start streaming because I was telling people, I don't know why, but like I have a new little office, and I feel very displaced, and I'm a homebody. So I was nervous about starting streaming, but I feel good today. Now that we're rolling. Okay. Well, there's our screen box. The hurt box will not activate anymore. The screen box, what we'll do with it is I got to move the screen box inside of that armature. Yeah. And I believe, yeah, okay. So we're going to go to idle screaming, and I'm just going to turn it on like that, and then turn it off like that. So this is what it'll look like. If it doesn't look like this, something's really wrong. I love the idea of this able to hurt damageables. everything will blow up around it, which is so funny. But for now, we're going to keep it like this. We're going to drag in. We need to make sure we clarify who is the enemy default, which is this. Let's enter play mode. Hopefully that won't get set to null. Okay, good. The screen box is deactivated. Let's take a look.
I've never had a good sense of humor. I've got a few tricks up
Good.
my sleeve.
Okay, we need to set that to a trigger.
Get over here, give me a kiss on the cheek. Would you like a bullet in a bomb? Now, here.
It's kind of buggy, I will say. I wonder why he's able to get going so fast. Disallow enemy to interrupt shooting. Yeah, it's a little buggy, I will say. But let's set a screen box to a trigger. And hopefully, at least we're getting hurt, right?
I'm gonna rip you a new hole. Is that okay?
Good.
Can you help me change my diaper?
I wonder why that other one...
Get over here.
Okay, I wonder why that other one is appearing randomly. It makes no sense. Oh, I think we need a... I think its size is too big. Let's see. Okay, well, let's go ahead and revert that. So we're gonna go all the way to our prefab here and go to the hurt box. We're gonna revert that. We're gonna revert that. I mean, honestly, let's just revert everything with the hurt box. That way he can attack you with a melee, or he can start screaming at you, right? Okay, like I said, a lot of this is going to have to do with sound, guys. So let's go to Audacity and do some sound effects. You ready? I'm ready. Got to find the exact spot of where I sit here. There we go. Oh, not really, actually. That's better, right? Okay. Skip. Skip. Can I record? I can. And then I can't scream. I'm not very good at screaming, but I can moan and groan. So that's good enough. And then we'll have a big scream. Now, how long's that moan gonna be? The moan is gonna be at a second, and then he'll scream. Track mixed down to mono, baby. Do we want to give the player a little bit more time? I think that's good enough, honestly. So we'll give him a second. That's fine. Track. Stereo. Pitch. Good. And let's go ahead and find a scream. We're gonna jump to Artlist, artlist.io, artlist.io today. If we take a look at the sound effects, and like I said, I've said this before, I do not recommend artlist.io because they'll charge you crazy amounts of money to actually use it in a game legally. Okay, here we go. Nope. Jeb is not happy.
Oh my God!
That's good. That's the one. And we're going to extend this. Okay, we're going to keep that one, but then we're going to do this as well. And we're going to make it sound really choral with lots of different voices and maybe like a shock magic sound. Oh! That's how it needs to feel. Set it to 2. We'll fade this one out here. And we need this to be really loud, but then fade out. The reason why is the initiation sound, you need to be able to mentally take note of it and go, okay, I just heard that sound, I need to run, right? This is just so loud. Track, mix, and render. Yes, we're using Audacity. It's a free tool. How long? 1 all the way to 3.5 seconds. So, just about here. We'll have rumbling sounds and stuff. Drop this volume down, eh? Just like this. Thomas, do you know a good Artlist alternative? I've been told by Hector that Splice's license is actually for real. So I would look at Splice. But we're going to have this extend, change the pitch, and then do a pulse stretch so that it sort of reverbs and echoes. And we'll mix it with a baby cry, of course. Baby scream. No, I'm not going to type that on my browser. Baby cry. And then finally, I kind of feel like a rumbling. Oh, it's so scary. It's the rumbling seahorse. And actually, we're going to have 2 of these separated. So we're going to have 2 sounds. We're going to have the startup and then the scream. Oh, I like that. That's cool. And you want this to feel like instant. Prep, instant, boom, scream. And then we need some like electrical magic. That's great. Because I'll probably create like electrical stuff popping out of the screen just so it feels like it would actually hurt you. You know what I mean? Guys, you're getting a crash course in sound design free of charge. Okay, we're gonna remove this stupid gun. Hang on. Just while I'm thinking about it. Thomas, if you're not using artless sounds in the final game, how will you replace them later? No, I am gonna. Stasis, I already spent the money, but I'm just never gonna do it again. Thomas, did you do the duck noises? Yes, so there's a cool AI tool I used for that. So all you gotta do is say like, I'm gonna duck you up, and then you upload it and it turns it into whatever, however you do it, you know? Okay. Well, let's hear this out. Now, that's much longer than we want. Although I will say, wouldn't that be nice if it was like 5 seconds long? Sure, let's do it. So right at 1, it's going to go all the way to 5. Okay, let's see. Instant and then slow. There we go. And then he'll go back to fast at 5 seconds. It's really gonna need to be like here. Up. There we go, that feels better. Yeah, I think that's good. Sound is gonna do a lot, as will what is it? What do you call it? Screen shake. Patrick, do you want to be banned? You can't participate in the game dev community that I've created if you're going to be like that. Dude, I want some coffee, Patrick. I'm just kidding, Patrick. This is great, honestly. So we're going to take this one. I feel like we need some kind of quake or like some kind of a seismic quake, and we'll invert it. Something like that. Magic bomb. What? think we're fine. Okay, export this, and what we're gonna do is make sure it's at -12. Thomas, do you like Zen? Yes, and I don't recommend touching it. Don't touch it. It'll turn you into a addict. I like it though. I like it a lot. My mouse is still a little slow. Let's go to our enemies here. We have our seahorse. I'm gonna call this Seahorse Scream Prep. The current selection, wave, export. And then all of this, just make sure it's -12. Well, I mean, that's kind of, you pay for what you get, I guess. Like Artlist, you're right, Artlist.io, Slopside Game says that those Artlist sound really good. It's too bad about the licensing. I mean, yeah, I mean, you pay for what you get, I guess. So I'm very happy with the sounds. It's just freaking so expensive to get this, to get it licensed for your game. Which, I mean, I guess, I don't know if I blame them. It was a little cryptic on the website, though, to be completely honest. I wish it was much more upfront. They're like, unlimited usage. Really? Really? Because when you dig into it, you find out that's not true. I'm not saying that's what I read. That's what I'm saying I remember reading. I could be wrong. Maybe I just didn't do my due diligence. All right, so this is the Seahorse Scream. Export. Now, watch what we're going to do. We're going to go to the animation here, and we're going to just change this sound. And I think you guys will be surprised how quickly this feels good. Seahorse Prep. And then Scream. Boom, right there. Play sound. And these are all custom functions, by the way, that we've written over the last 3 years. Well, mostly me. I've written these, but I had a team once upon a time. Make my life a living hell, or make my life a living heaven. So it's... I have a feeling that this just isn't going to work. Honestly. So, because something's wrong. Something's not going to work here. Does every game need a new license? Yeah.
It's him. Now I'm pissed. I've been juggling a lot. Oh, you think that's funny?
There's no transition.
Now I'm pissed. I've been juggling a lot lately. Now I'm pissed. And now for my final job. Oh, you think that's funny, eh?
What?
Change my diaper.
Why are you stuck? Come over here.
Oh, you think that's funny, eh? I've been juggling a lot lately.
Okay. I have a better idea. It's not gonna work. It's essentially a melee enemy, but all you do is change his... Okay. It's essentially a melee enemy. Okay, I got it. It's essentially... Say it again, Thomas. it's essentially a melee enemy. So, let's take the original. It's a melee enemy. But he's got an extra large range. And so you just say, look, the melee attack occurs. Enemy field of view, enemy melee radius. Set it to 10, to 15. And then what we do is we go back to our animator. Okay, I think I've got this, guys. We go to his armature. Then we have the walker catwalk animator controller. And we're going to make his melee. We're going to make his melee the screamer. Seahorse Scream. There we go. And if we go to his Seahorse Scream, all it is it plays a sound and does that. So then what we want to do is activate the hurt box. That's it. I think this is a much cleaner situation. So it's just going to activate. I want his in. This is going to activate an object. Yep. That's the theory. There's the hurt box. And we're just going to make it a little bit. I think this will solve everything. There you go. You want to try it out? I'm trying to think why this wouldn't work. You know? All we're going to basically do is say, you're a melee enemy, but you do the scream animation, and it starts when you're 15 units away. Good. Okay. So we just need to change the sound. And I think we're good. Sweet. That was all we that's all we needed to do, guys. So Seahorse Scream prep, and then right here he plays the scream sound. And that's it. Really? It's so funny how things are just totally... They're way easier than you initially thought. Seahorse Scream. And like I said, we were talking about this, I think, 15, 20 minutes ago. This is why it's so important to have sort of a base class, and you can just scale it and tweak it, change it, and suddenly you got a new enemy, right? Hey, T-Mans. I know, Tuckmac. I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you what's going on here. Okay. Obviously, we need to have shockwaves appear and electricity. So we're almost there. I've been worried about this enemy for a long time. Okay, we definitely need to have there be a delay between each attack. Also, we need more baby sounds. So the prep sound, I would rather it be a baby. That's the one. I'll show you guys why. Give me a sec here. My mouse is so slow. I don't know why. It's driving me nuts. Don't know why. Here we go. Change speed. Turn it up. That's all we need. Okay? So we're gonna take this one and this one, mix them together. The reason why I want the baby, I want this enemy to have baby sounds, and I realized that the scream doesn't match his other sounds. So we're just gonna export this selected audio here. Screen prep. By the way, those of you just joining us, if you want to support the channel, support the podcast, check out the course below. 25% off full-time game dev. It's going to teach you everything I've learned in the last decade of making indie games, but more importantly, how to get funded, whether it's Kickstarter, publishers, how to hit the Steam front page, how to get press coverage. I call it the Steam Cannonball. It's the whole marketing strategy on how to launch a game, how to get wish lists. All of that is in this course. How to stay motivated, how to finish your project. Check it out below, 25% off. For the next 5 days. So see what you think. Okay, give me a sec here. We're actually gonna take this and remove that tail. We don't need it. Okay, screen prep, export the selection. Yes. All right, finally we need a screaming baby. Baby, scream. So hungry. There we go. Which one is the most male sounding? That one. We're gonna turn that down. Okay. We're gonna drag in the baby cry. Here we go. Add a little bit of a low. Why is my mouse so laggy? Ugh. Thomas! Change speed. I could eat so much pizza right now. Hit apply. And let's lower the pitch. Change pitch. Drop it down. This one, not so much. Actually, let's do a lot. Ray says, can you imagine making babies cry on purpose to record them? Here's the thing, Ray. I'm not sure if you have kids. Babies cry about 75% of the time. So it's not hard to get a good recording. You just got to hit record. And I like the electricity sound here. Sorry, it's going to be loud, guys. We kind of need the male scream in there, don't we? All right, mix all these together, set it to stereo. Drop these down so they're not peeking. Okay. These kind of enemies, they should not be so frequent in the game, to be completely honest with you. All right. Export, yes. Yes, yes. Now, at least it should sound good. We'll also do a screen shake and particles, obviously. Oblivion Remastered, you guys want to take a look at it? Okay, so the baby scream, I like the preparation sound. I think that's great. It's this male that's just not working for me. Tell you what, after we finish this seahorse, we'll take a look at Oblivion. You guys want that? I'm as hungry as a hippo. I could eat pizza now. It looks great. Check out Covenant. Yeah, definitely need a delay there because it's like, how am I supposed to get in there, you know? Guys, think about how much pizza you could eat right now. A genuine question, how many slices could you eat at this moment right now? For me, it's probably at least 5. Really hungry. Coffee, 5 slices of pizza and a Zin would be really great. Let's see what's going on with this animation here. So there's the scream. It activates. It should deactivate right here, shouldn't it? Thomas, why did what? Let's go to deactivate object. And then he gets up and he needs to sort of go back to his idle state. The player needs some time to attack him, you know? So we'll reverse this here. And just sort of delay it a little bit. It's not going to be perfect, I'll tell you that. Time for the player to run in there and start beating him. And then he starts to scream again. That's good enough, man. I mean, the hurt box, I mean, he needs to really hurt you. Like by like 33. So like 3 hits of this, you're dead. Ploy. Slopes. I'm not intermittent fasting. I did go to the gym and I ran. Not I ran. I went to the gym and I ran. And I get so hungry after I run. It kind of defeats the purpose, you know? Oh, man. New York style, of course. Oh. Guys. Oh, that sounds so good. Pizza. So good, pizza. I would love some pizza. Imagine putting the pizza in your mouth. Dane. What a morning. The gym and I ran. All right. I don't love the sound effects. I think they're fine. Lots of liquids? Okay. I will do that get exercise. Bang, 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 bang. It's actually kind of cool. So if we have a hammer, I can beat him. I love that enemy. That's sick. I want him to play a saxophone. We should probably look and see if we could find a saxophone somewhere. Listen, Jeb's drinking water from the toilet. Come here. Come on. Come on. Was it good? Come on. Come on. Did you like it? Okay. Why don't you go lay down and get some rest, all right? We'll go downstairs soon. All right. I agree. Can you go to your bed? Bed? All right. So, what was I doing? Oh! First off, we have a, what's it called? You hit it with the grapple hook, you hit the coil. So we have this coil. And there's also this electricity in here. So we can just have this electricity. This is so great. This is why I love, oh, it makes me so happy. Thank you, Lord. We have all of this animated. So we don't have to activate stuff or instantiate anything. It's all in the animation itself, right? And so all we got to do here is in the armature, this electricity will be here. And I just got to activate it in the animation. And it's just a particle effect, right? See? So I just drag it down, baby. What's this? That's cool. And then you just turn it off. Freaking amazing, right? Boom. Electricity. Activate. Boom. Stop. Boom. So far, so freaking good. How many hours do you work on your game each day? Man, you know, it depends on the season. So I run multiple things. You know, I do YouTube a lot, and then I'll sell courses, and then I'll do sponsorships. But then I'll also do publishing deals with publishers. I was talking to Jason about this, how my time is so... It used to be I was just doing a publishing deal, and I was just making a game full time. Now I have all these other things I like to do. So I would say it used to be like 80% of my day. Right now it's about half of my day. I think. There we go. That looks awesome. And we'll make it bigger so that it's easier recognized as a danger zone. Highway to... And then we're going to make this a sphere. Yeah. Oh, and he won't melee attack you, which is great. This is his melee attack. So we're going to swap this out with a Sphere Collider, eh? There it is. Watch out for this fella. I haven't had time, this is from Sleepy Bones, I haven't had time to work on my game, but listening to people talk game dev helps me get motivated. Ahmad says, can you give specification for your computer? No. I can't because I don't know what it is. But it's good. It's a good computer, I think. I'm not very good with that kind of stuff. I mean, I totally agree, Ray. We'll just see if I don't know if we have time for that, but I totally agree. Okay, so we have our hurt box set it to is trigger. Yes. And we also need the electricity to be something like, we'll set it to 2 or maybe 1.6. No, we'll do 2. Yeah, baby. That looks great, dude. All right. We need some screen shake as well. Now, I was going to create conditional screen shake where it only, it only shakes the screen if you're near the enemy. But the truth is the only way to activate the screen is to be near the enemy, right? So it should be fine. Boom. We're going to do a screen shake here. And this is all part of the animator functions script. The animator function script has a bunch of just functions that we can fire in the animator. Thomas, where do I download this? You create it from scratch. You don't get it from GitHub. Not everything's free. You got to make it. Or you could just get ChatGPT to make this. I mean, honestly, you could probably screenshot this and say to Grok, say, create functions for all of this. And it could probably do a pretty decent job. All right. Oh, man, that pizza. I can't stop thinking about it. We're going to do screen shake medium. And we're just going to have it happen like 4 times. And I don't know if it'll work. It might not. You guys ready? Here we go. We'll just do 1. Missing component box collider. Got it. So we need to make sure that that's set up properly. There's no box collider attached to the hurt box. You probably need to add a box collider to it. That sucks. Do I really, like seriously, do I really need it to be a sphere collider? We'll see. I'm not so sure that that needs to be the case. I think that could be good enough. Highway to the danger zone, danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. I can't sing that song. Set this to 5. Highway to the danger zone. What are the notes? That's good enough. Hit apply. The screen shake sucked. And I'll be the first to admit the screen shake in this game is problematic. It's not the best. That's right, Jason. We're almost done with the enemy. I can't wait to be done with the enemy. This enemy's been on my mind for a long time. There we go. That's all we needed. Oh! So the Spockles, they need to be world emission, not local, because they're moving with the enemy and it looks silly. So we're going to set all these to low. Oh no, they are set to world. No, that one, yes, world. Set this to world. Set this to world. And I think it needs to be 1.6. And then guys, don't forget, don't be silly. We're gonna make sure that we have a sphere moving out of the enemy. The way we're gonna do that is we're gonna go ahead and go to the rocket projectile. Oh, can you imagine eating McDonald's right now? Man. And we have this shockwave. I'm going to grab this shockwave and I'm going to stick it right in here inside of the electricity. Okay, so it's super fast. It's way too big. And I want it to loop. See that? It's so fast. Let's set it to looping. Set it to Professor Looping. Yes? What? 0.4. There we go. There we go. And we want it to lerp towards the top there. Like that. It doesn't need to be that big. It's way too fast. I wonder why it's emitting so many. Oh yeah, I don't like that. We don't want bursts. We'll do there we go. 5. Oh, I'm gonna die! Drop the opacity down. Set it to blue. Oh, thank God. You can change the color. Sometimes the particles, you can't change the color. I don't want it randomized. Start size, set it to 2. You want it to be very predictable. So we're just gonna do 1 constant. But not that opaque. Oh, I'm getting shocked. And then we'll do wait. Yeah, we're going to set it to a little bit more. 8. That's a little too fast, isn't it? So we're going to do 0.8. There we go. Now, we do want I guess we can do a random size. There we go. Not that many. And then we're going to do a regarding color. We're going to start here. There we go. Start with low opacity. There we go. Now we, like I said, we want the opacity to be pretty low here. You just want to get an idea of a shockwave occurring. Looks better than Bethesda and CD Projekt Red. I'm thinking about that pizza game. The thing about pizza that's so good is you can engage with the cheese and the sauce. And then when you're done engaging with it and it's done being put into your mouth, then you can eat the bread. And well, you say, well, the bread's really good. And you're sitting there, you're eating the bread, the crust, and you're thinking, I could probably put this in some sauce or butter. Or if you're like my mom, you'll put it in some peanut butter, which, by the way, dipping crusted peanut butter is one of the best things you'll ever do. It's amazing. So I guess I'm just trying to say I really like pizza. It's really good. Let's turn on the electricity here and see what we get. Okay, it still works. Awesome. Increase the saturation a little bit. And then if we zoom out, yeah, it needs to be a little bit bigger, so we're going to set it to 111. Watch out, watch out. You're going to get hurt. Okay, I'll be careful. Apply all, and let's take a look. No, Tuck Mac. It's not that. It's like, it's bread. Have you ever had a peanut butter jelly? Have you ever put peanut butter on bread? It's the same thing. It's delicious. But I'll be honest with you. Me and my mom will dip the whole pizza in peanut butter. It's very good. It's fine. I wish that something's off. I think we need to pre-warm this. The shockwave. I think we need to pre-warm all of it, honestly. That might do it. Why is this a problem? Just, okay, how about instead of everybody critiquing me, you try it. Just try it. It's very good. Imagine the pizza is warm. Imagine it's covered in sauce. Imagine it's covered in cheese. Imagine there's a subtle spice to it. Imagine there's a little garlic on it. And imagine you put a little bit dollop of peanut butter in a little cup. You microwave the cup so it's boiling. And then you have that pepperoni pizza and you have that peanut butter and you dip it in. You lift it up and it's dripping the peanut butter and then you put it in your mouth. Can you imagine how good that would be? Gil, you gotta try it before you critique it. There we go. I told you. Oh, That's perfect, dude. We want to make sure those electricity particles get destroyed when he dies, though. Because they'll just stay there. See? We judge peanut butter pizza, but you guys are stupid. I mean, I'm serious. You don't know until you know. Jose says, I forgot Thomas is American. Okay. It's like bacon. Everything's better with bacon and peanut butter. I totally agree. Really? Is this actually a problem? I could have swore you guys would accept me for what I am. Nope. Not happening. You know what we need is we need a point light of like blue. So let's do that. T-Man, that's funny. Sidewall, bacon pizza. The problem with Sidewall, Jason, is it's too greasy. But the good thing about Sidewall is that it is pizza. So you're already like 10 steps ahead as a restaurant. There's an Italian pizza that has mayo and boiled eggs. If I was like, Tuck Mac says, if I was a cop, I would cuff you right now. Arrested, straight to jail. Tell you what, we've got 405 viewers. Who right now has pizza available to them and can just go put the pizza in your mouth with peanut butter and tell me what you think and say, okay, Thomas is right. It's very good. I do love it. I love pizza. I love this game that we're working on right now. So far, I'm actually really impressed with what I've achieved here. Ethereum is going up. Bitcoin is going up. I lost a lot of money. Well, I lost a lot of money when Bitcoin crashed, but now it's fine. Yay! It's flying sky high. But it'll crash next week, and then it'll go back up, and then go back down. Okay, first things first. We need to make sure we deactivate the electricity on death. What was I going to do again? Oh, a point light. So we'll grab this. And when this activates, you're going to have this bluish point light. And it'll appear in front of the enemy, like this. Just like that. Nothing crazy. The best thing about pizza is that it's got good flavors, and I also enjoy it. So, there you go. Buffalo Bill puts peanut butter on his pizza. That's funny, Jason. It puts the peanut butter on the pizza. Do us a favor. Close Unity and just talk about pizza for 8 hours. That's from Edwin. Just Kevin says, what kind of pizza, though? Pepperoni. Oh, man. Can you imagine putting the pizza in your mouth, though? Do you guys know who knows the world's greatest dessert? It's related to pizza. Who knows the world's... Oh, my mouth is just pouring. Who knows the world's greatest dessert? That's right, Jason. Pizza in Choco Chip. Oh. You get that pizza with the sugary white frosting, whatever it is, and it's just dripping. And then the chocolate chip all over it. Oh, man. Why are you invested in crypto? Why not? I invest in a lot of things. And then you get sent into a wild coma. Tuck Mac, You've talked about it so much, and I'm fat and hungry enough to try your garlicky ass peanut butter crust pizza. Here, pizza is on me. Just try it, Tug Mac. Tweet at me and let me know what you think. The question is, how do you make a peanut butter pizza look? It's not peanut butter pizza. You put peanut butter on any pizza. Just try it. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's see if the light looks good. Amazon or Alexa, stop. Don't give me notifications like that ever again.
Okay, to turn off notifications, go to the settings page in the Alexa app and click notifications.
Just do it for me now. Yeah, Thomas, you win. That should deactivate, but it doesn't. I wonder why. Isn't that strange? It should deactivate that object on death. The electricity, but it doesn't. This right here should deactivate on death, but it doesn't. What? And what we're going to do here is on Scream, we're going to have that light source. We don't need that. We're going to have this light source slowly dwindle down. All the way to 0. But I don't know why, oh man, I don't know why the electricity is not deactivating on death. So let's double check something here. Deactivate object 3 on death for some reason is not deactivating. I wonder what temperature is ideal for pizza. And thank you, Tuck Mac, for the $20. It means a lot to me. You want it to be warm enough to enjoy, but you don't want it to hurt, right? So I'm curious what the ideal would be for a pizza. You put a little bit of those spicy sprinkles on it, would be real nice. So for some reason, deactivate object 3 is not deactivating. What is it called? Deactivate object 3 on death. It's right there. But for some reason, why aren't you deactivating? Isn't that weird, guys? You don't want to burn your mouth, that's right. But there's a little bit of pleasure in that pain. You might want just a little subtle burn. Just a tiny teensy bit. Okay, so we're good there. I wonder why that didn't deactivate the first time. Hey, Mr. M. I totally agree with CGE. Cold is good. I do like cold pizza. It's great. My favorite type of pizza is when it's all covered in sugar. Why? I wanted to destroy it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what we could do is hit. But guys, I don't actually know here. Instead, what I'm gonna do is the Seahorse Scream. What we're gonna do? Oh no, there's activate object, huh? And then there's deactivate object. I don't know what's going on. Let's do a little debug in here and see what's going on. So we're just basically gonna say what is deactivate object 3 on death. Obviously, guys, I could use an array, duh, but we're not gonna. I'm fine with it being just like this. Tuckback says, I had fries in Kentucky, and they had a special Kentucky fry, and all it was fries with sugar instead of salt. Pretty nasty, and I tried to like it. What's y'all's favorite pizza? Do you like pizza? Jason, is that a funnel cake? I don't think funnel cakes are potato. Right? Are funnel cakes potato? I thought they were bread. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm not getting it. It's because it's a headshot? No, hold on. Huh. I'm not sure what is happening here. We're close. Let me get rid of this debug here because it's killing me. I can't see anything. Now, funnel cakes. That sounds amazing. A funnel cake? Let's try again. We're gonna see what's going on here. Guys, I'm enjoying my day. Thanks for hanging out with me. By the way, guys, check out that course below if you're interested in learning how to make games and do it full time. It's called Full Time Game Dev. It's 25% off. It's everything I've learned in the last decade of making indie games. Okay, here we go. Okay, it looks like it's not happening for some reason. Isn't that weird? Hit the enemy and create an effect. Okay. What? Look, the knife isn't deactivating either. What? I don't know why this isn't happening, guys. We're going to try one more time. I'm just not seeing... Deactivate object 3. Wait. Hang on. What? There's a totally... Guys, look. Deactivate object. There's a totally different script that's overriding die. No way. We got to add it here. This is not great code. Boy, talk about redundancy. But apparently there's an override script on this, so that's what was going on. Wow, that's not good code. That is not good. Okay. I don't know who to blame for that, but I'm not going to blame myself. NullScript says, why not just put an actual breakpoint and debug legit? Then you can use without log hunting. Yeah, that's a good idea. 786, it could be potentially that the part is not fully called in, basically a frame issue. Nope. Well, that's a good idea, but it was just the override, that's all. All right, let's take a look, see what we got. Who loves Thomas? Me. Here we go. Let's try again. This feels really good, actually. I really like it. I didn't model this enemy. I told Bryn Morrison Elliott, who is a brilliant 3D artist. I just told him what I wanted, and he created it. Much better. So let's take one final look at how multiples behave. But make sure we apply that. And now, let's see how it looks with maybe 2 of them. You want to take a look, guys? Let's take a look at the final result. See you later, Tuckback. Try out the pizza, put some peanut butter on it. Ask the owner of the restaurant and say, bro, can I have some peanut butter for my pizza? Be brave. All right, let's take a look. Okay, will he come towards me? Here he comes. Get out of here. That is a decent enemy. I really liked that. Wow. Hey. In all seriousness, guys, sarcasm aside, and I know I can be sarcastic, thanks for hanging out. That was really fun. I love hanging out with you guys. Thanks for joining me in my new studio. Hopefully it'll look a little bit prettier for you guys, but I feel a lot less lonely in this new place because of you guys. So thank you so much for hanging out. If you want to get a shout out tomorrow, like these new students did, check out Full-Time Game Dev. It's 25% off today. You're going to get 5 days to get 25% off. Check it out below. Look, if you want to learn how to make a game studio from your bedroom, from anywhere, but more importantly, you know, you're obviously going to learn Godot, Unreal, or Unity. You can take your pick. 2D or 3D, it doesn't matter. But more importantly, you're going to learn how to sell an indie game. And you could sell a game to a publisher with just a demo. I've done this 3 times. Actually, I'm sorry, I've done this 4 times. You can also sell your game before you finish it by doing a Kickstarter campaign. I've done this twice. And if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to get funding before you finish your game, you can also, well, just learn how to market your game. And there's a ton of that in this course as well. Whether it's reaching out to the press, reaching out to YouTubers and streamers, whether it's reaching out, I said the two, getting coverage with Time Magazine or Washington Post, which I've done. I could teach you how to do that, and I could teach you how to hit the Steam front page. Making a living as an indie game is tough. I'm not going to lie to you and promise anything here, but I can just tell you what I've done and how I've been doing it for almost a decade. So click the link below, like Chris did, Everflux Games did, Bart did. All of these folks went full time with the help of the course. So check it out below. Get 25% off. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for letting me do these ad reads. I love you. Cheers.